Welcome to Design Coach with Repsketch. In this video, I will show you how to create a handbag using Repsketch. Repsketch is a free online vector design tool to create technical fashion sketches by repurposing existing designs shared by our community. All right, let's get started. We'll start by selecting this blank worksheet to get our workspace ready. I did some research and found these bag designs that we can use as a reference for this tutorial. So I'll drag one of those images to our workspace and enlarge it a bit and place it on one side. Okay, let's now look for a bag sketch with a similar shape in our design library that we can use to expedite this design process. On Repsketch, you will find this extensive library of vector-ready design sketches contributed by our community. This men's laptop bag seems to have a similar silhouette, so let's use it as our base design and drag it in. First thing first, let's delete all these extra objects on this laptop bag that we won't need. So to separate all these design objects, click on this Ungroup option and select each object by holding onto the Shift key and remove them by hitting the Delete key or this option here. Similarly, we'll ungroup and remove the rest of the objects until we have a plain sketch. Okay, now I'll place the bag on top of our reference image and adjust the shape to match the silhouette at the back. So as you see, I am resizing our design first. And now I'll double click on it to expose the vector nodes and adjust them to match the outline of our reference image in the background. We'll also use these handles to curve outlines wherever it's required. I'll add new nodes from the Add Node tool wherever required in the process. In situations like these, we might need to add extra nodes, so I can easily do that from this here. Do check out my other video to learn more in depth about how to create and edit vector paths on Repsketch. Alright, this looks good. Let's now create this top part of our bag by tracing over it. For that, I'll head over to the side menu again and select this Create or Edit Path option. Zoom into the image and start adding nodes along the outline of the piping to create a vector object. To add curved nodes, just click and drag in the desired direction. Once done, use this Fill Color option to add color. Similarly, we're going to trace the seam lines on both sides of our bag. Let's zoom into our image a bit and carefully add nodes along the seam outline like this. Once done, reduce the opacity of these seam lines to 0. I'll now select all the design objects we just created, group them together, and bring them back to our workspace. We'll now move on to add trims to our bag. Let's look into the Components pane library again to see if we can find something there. I am going to look into this functional trims category. This bag handle component looks very similar to the one in our reference image, so let's use it. Adjust and resize this vector to match the handle on our reference image in the back and place it on the bag. Now we'll give a color to this handle. So edit this object group, select the piping, and use this Add Color Fill tool to give it a matching brown. And repeat for the rest. Once done, stop editing the group. Now let's look for a belt closure trim in our components library. Earlier I saw a very similar strap with buckle in the functional and trim categories, so I'll use it here. Align by resizing this vector to match the belt closure and place it back on our bag. We'll quickly give it a color as well, so now you'll what we'll need to do. Let's replace the color of the buckle to match the gold on our design. That's it. To finish off, we'll add shadow objects on either side of the bag to give it some dimension. So let's quickly create them using Create or Edit Path tool. And then reduce the stroke to 0 and fill in a color slightly darker than the base color. Adjust the node shapes wherever required. We'll select and group all our design objects and our handbag is ready. Here's how you can create professional product sketches in minutes. Do check out our other video tutorials if you found this helpful, and use the comment section below for any questions or suggestions on what we should create next. Thanks.